Did you know that ServiceNow used to name their releases after the seasons? So we could have something like Winter 2009 or Summer 2024. This is a big secret that you didn't know about ServiceNow. Make sure you put that in your notebook somewhere. You never know where you're gonna need that. Hey everyone, welcome back to Build with ServiceNow, and today we'll be going through what is ServiceNow, what actually does it do, what are the benefits of ServiceNow, what can you use ServiceNow for, how to get started with ServiceNow, or how to get into the ServiceNow ecosystem. Where do you start? I'm going to be going through all of this with you, so stay tuned. Welcome back. As you can see, I've prepared this so that everybody can see this or what exactly it's ServiceNow. As it's written there, ServiceNow is a platform, or it's a software platform which helps businesses manage and automate their daily tasks and workflows using the power of the cloud and artificial intelligence. So the first application they developed or built is ITSM, which is the IT service management, which is used to manage different form of IT services. So that's how they started off. It was founded in 2004. ServiceNow provides a smart cloud-based platform that helps business streamline and automate. So some of the key areas where it's being used include the ITSM, IT service management, which is really popular everywhere. A lot of people, every organization sort of manage their IT services, reporting incidents, change management, problem request, service catalog, and so forth. It's all embedded into this application. We're gonna go through this once I open the platform. I'm gonna let you know how many applications. Some of these applications you actually have to install them, and so we may not be able to see all of these things. Customer service management. So this is the customer facing end as well. Use case scenario, just a normal MSP providing IT services. They need CSM for their customers to report things like cases and so on, whereas incidents, it's within the organization. Things are not working properly within the organization. Something is broken, report problem. So this is all much internal. CSM is more customer facing, if you get what I mean. ITOM, or IT operation management. So ITOM, your CMDB, configuration management database, discovery, service mapping, event management, all of these things are in ServiceNow, and it's under their ITOM application. There's another one, HR service delivery. So human resource service delivery is meant to be managed and processed or automated brilliantly, and ServiceNow does all of these things in a single platform. Also has good integrations over there within the the HRSD and some of the applications as well. So integration, you can integrate external platform into ServiceNow. ServiceNow getting records or getting information, data from external platform, and also the external platform getting things from or data from ServiceNow. So kind of reciprocate. IT asset management. So we've got ITAM. So these are some of the slangs that you might hear in ServiceNow. ITAM, which basically mean IT asset management. And you might be wondering, what is SAM as well? Well, SAM is software asset management. As the name is plain, it is used to manage software assets. What is HAM as well? I believe most of you would have guessed that by now. Hardware asset management, again, used to manage our hardware and so forth. Security operations, so this is SecOps in ServiceNow. That's how we call it, SecOps, but basically it means security operations. So we're looking at vulnerabilities, how well our instance is secured, and also some of these things kind of integrate with external platforms. So it makes it really does make streamlining of processes quite easy. Governance, risk, and compliance, GRC. Again, there's a whole lot that a single platform could be giving you, or could be, offering to their customers. So no wonder why a lot of businesses worldwide uses ServiceNow. Not even talking about their AI capabilities as well in the platform. And some of these things, ServiceNow has a way of automating things, optimizing things, applications in there. But we can go through what are some of the benefits. So it is designed to make work really easier and faster. Hence, if you know the slogan, you can put it in the comment section. ServiceNow makes the world work better for everyone. Simple as that. So yeah, let's go through some of the benefits. End-to-end digital transformations. The platform creates like digital workflows using Flow Designer. So you can use Flow Designer for your integration aspect. You can use it to, automate most of your processes, making your life very easier. So that means it boosts productivity, because if you're able to automate some processes, we don't need to be doing this several times each time a task is being assigned to our team. It kind of makes it easier for us to have more time to do other things, or to focus on other aspects of the business as well. Like I did mention again, AI powered Now Assist, which is their latest most what they've actually embedded into the Now platform. Now Assist, where it's able to help agents and also kind of summarize your incident. It should be able to tell you what are some of the common incident that you receive. It can summarize an incident before you actually begin to work on them. It's a lot. So basically all the tools, they all work together, using this single platform. Like the architectural aspect of ServiceNow, if you really get to know ServiceNow, you kind of have an idea how the platform works in terms of database and how the applications are talking to each other, and so on and so forth. They also offer no code workflow creation. I mean, it's so easy to create a workflow. You don't need heavy scripting or heavy code for you to be able to do some of these things. They've made it so easy as a click and drop or click and drag aspect, where you are able to build a solid workflow or automation which should be doing your job for you, or a process. But you first have to define your process. Again, faster problem resolution, because at the end of the day, we're doing most of these things or automated. Do we need an incident which is always assigned to a particular set of groups? Yes, of course, we don't always have to assign those groups. As soon as there are certain scripts or certain automations that as soon as they see certain type of incident, they will then be able to assign this to a particular person or even a particular group. Enterprise grade security. So yes, there are so many security on the Now platform. Certified integration and strong encryption, keeping your data, processes and safe as well. So just as cloud computing go, one organization's data could not be leaked into another organization's data. Everyone has a place or a domain, their own sort of container, which is secured and solely belonging to that company or organization. Compliance made easy. So automation ensures that the business stay compliant with regulations without extra effort. So are we following DORA? A best practice is the ITIL framework. So ServiceNow has built the main ITIL framework within their ITSM. Where do you learn ServiceNow? And I put admin over here because I believe that is like the fundamentals skills that you need before you tend to progress ahead. Like you need to know how the ServiceNow platform works, where to find the menus, where things are, user management, and so forth. The official ServiceNow learning hub called Now Learning. From here, I'm gonna show you where everything is. So why choose this? So because, well, they've got their own official training over there, and also courses for beginners, administrators, and developers. There are courses for everybody over there as well. And also, that's where you can get to see certifications that you need. So we've got the ServiceNow administration, or certified ServiceNow administration, which is the CSA. So this is the fundamentals, like I'm saying, and you get this once you are certified. You can then be able to work or develop on the skills that you've already acquired, going into the certified application developer. Yes, that's right. So this enhancing your admin skills and developing into much more technical, or taking on much more responsibilities. And then you can then branch into certified implementation specialist, where you're able to implement some of these applications that we've mentioned over there, like the HR, ITSM, GRC, and so many more. There are also sites that has content, so we can go to the official ServiceNow developer portal, where we'll be able to get our own personal developer instance. Like I've mentioned, I'm going to show you how you can get this. And sorry to mention, so the ServiceNow Learning Hub, or Now Learning, some of the courses you will have to pay for it. Some of these courses are really not for free. Another thing you can do is they've got like an internship program. Is called the Next Gen program, which I am a product of it. I did my Next Gen program, I think 2 years ago. Yep, finished. I didn't stop there. That didn't, just because you finish that doesn't mean it is the end. That is where the actual journey begins, because they've given you the foundation skills. You'll have to build on that to become an expert, or to become much more technical. So I did that, got into different sort of IT companies before I became a ServiceNow developer. And like I'm saying, it doesn't stop over there. You have to build up on the skills that you've already achieved or acquired. Okay, that's how I got here. So certification is really good. You need that to kind of validate the skills, to kind of validate what you have learned. It's really important. So if you are now looking to get into ServiceNow ecosystem, yes, do a lot of work. After you learn, make sure you get yourself certified. We're gonna go to this website and then check what they've got over there. There are some free access to personal developer instance. I've said that, and a hands-on project. There are a couple of things over there, a couple of courses where you can follow, and also tutorials, blogs, community support. So they've got their own ServiceNow community support. If you need anything, if there are questions about ServiceNow that you don't know, you can go there and see what is going on. And also, yes, YouTube channels. Of course, Build with ServiceNow YouTube channel. The main purpose the reason why I built this channel was because I wanted to document my own growth, and also to help people, to help beginners who are now coming into the ecosystem, that it is quite possible. I went from the zero experience. I had no experience with ServiceNow from being a developer, with one of the big insurance company in the world. So that is the thing. You learn, hands-on project. You don't give up. You need to have passion for it. For me, there was the hunger of having something new. I was passionate about, cloud computing. And so when I began to do my own research, I ended up with ServiceNow, and the hunger didn't stop there. I wanted to change my life. I wanted to have time for my family and also for myself. The community support was there for me. people are offering like free advices, free guide, free tutorials. And so yes, why not? We love, what we do. We love what we do very well. And so yes, I recommend Build with ServiceNow YouTube channel. And again, if this is your first time that you're watching this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to receive it, so that we can get started with the course. Yep, I think I've mentioned the community forums, ServiceNow community. Go there, connect with people, who are like-minded people, and they'll give you tips. You can go to this blogs, so SN Pro tips for that. Books and documentation. So ServiceNow have their own documentation or white pages, and it is free, comprehensive official documentation, and this is from ServiceNow themselves. So about any application or about any of their product, when you go there, you search, you would get how to use it, what kind of things do you need or plugins do you need to get started. Yes, certification, I have said it's always good to start with the fundamentals, which is the Certified System Administrator course, and we will get through that. I will guide you through this course for you to gain your first certificate as a system administrator. And then we can also explore advanced certification like the Certified Implementation Specialist. My tips in getting started. When I started, or after I finished the Next Gen program, that didn't stop there. I was so eager to learn more about ServiceNow because I was so fascinated about how a single platform is able to handle so many applications. After my work, I'll come back home, get onto my PDI, build things, learn things, hands-on, break things. Like, how does this work? I was trying to really understand how the platform works, and I had to do this daily to the point where I fell in love with it. Building my profile on LinkedIn, that is another thing as well. Connecting with ServiceNow architect, connecting with ServiceNow developers, admins, implementers, a whole host of people, connecting with them, asking questions. How do I start? How do I get into this? Which route or which path is good for me? Because there are so many paths within ServiceNow, or so many roles within ServiceNow that you can fit in, and whichever background skills that you have, you can enhance this, or you can harness this into different paths of ServiceNow. So do you want to be like a consultant, a technical consultant, or a ServiceNow business analyst, non-technical consultant, a developer, a system administrator, a process owner? There's so many areas that people don't know, and it's not just about system administrator and developers. There are so many host of ServiceNow roles that you can get into. Catalog item designer. Yes, there are people who are, their main focus is to develop a service catalog item for that organization, and making sure that catalog is updated frequently and managed properly. So yes, do not give up. Don't feel like hope is lost, because I was once there, and look at me, I'm here now, and I'm here to tell you it's so much doable. Just put energy and put your time into it, hands on, and I'll tell you, you would get there. Follow structured learning path, starting from basic to advanced topics, and exactly why this channel is here for. We're going to be covering some of these paths or some of these courses. And then lastly, engage with the community, engage with the ecosystem. This is where you want to be if you're really hungry for ServiceNow and you want to get into the ecosystem. You network. How do you network? Going to events, engaging with the community. I never did this. I didn't know when I was starting. I never knew about this. And the first time I went to my first snag, so snag is ServiceNow users and groups. It's like a meeting, a social meeting, or I think of official meeting, where ServiceNow customers and partners come to talk about their pain point, how they view ServiceNow, within the organization, and how ServiceNow have actually helped them. I didn't know how important this meetings or this community gatherings was important for my career. So one day I went and I was so surprised. I was so excited because there were people that I was following on LinkedIn. I'm gonna mention Atul Grover, and he also has a YouTube channel, Learn and Grow with Atul. I followed him everywhere on LinkedIn, and then on my first snag, I met Atul. I was so excited. I was like, "Hey Atul," and he said, "Hello David." He actually recognized me, and so you connect with these people. You talk. They tell you things, about the ecosystem that will shape your career. Go to ServiceNow Developer Meetup, whether you have the job or whether you have no job. Go there, try to learn things, try to connect people. You never know. Some of these people are in higher positions that, they could link you a job. You never know. They might know of other people from other organizations or businesses who are recruiting for ServiceNow roles, and they might be able to link you or connect you. So some of these things I didn't know, so this is a mistake that I did, but it wasn't too late. When I figured it out, I still enjoyed it. If this is the first time you're here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you would be the first person to get this. So now, yes, let's not waste much time. I'm going to be digging into the platform for us to see how it looks and feel, the user interface, and so forth. Stay tuned. Hey there, welcome back once again. I did say I was going to show you guys the user interface, but what we're going to do instead is I'm going to guide you guys so that you'll be able to get your own personal developer instance. And so for here, we're going to, if you already have a ServiceNow ID, then yeah, you go ahead to sign in. But what we're going to do, I assume a lot of people wouldn't have their own personal developer instance or PDI. So what we're going to do instead is I'm going to guide you through. I'm going to put the link to this website in the description. So yes, if you don't have, then yeah, we're going to come here to get our own personal developer instance. For the purpose of this demo, what I'm going to do is put in a user first name as this and the last name as that. I'll put yes, sign up. So we're going to sign up. So now it says thank you, a new ServiceNow ID has been created for you with this email. So now we have to go through our Gmail to activate this. I'm gonna do this on my phone. Okay, so now my email has been verified. We're gonna go back and we click on signing into an existing email. Then I sign in. So once you sign in, this will be the first question that will pop up. It says help us tune your experience. So yes, do you code or not? So for this purpose, we're going to be obviously be learning coding and less code or pro code. So we'll just say yes. We'll need that. What best describe your job and responsibilities? This is optional. What I've done is just click on developer, but yes, you can choose both and agree to that, and you finish setting up your experience. And so now these are the different releases for ServiceNow. They go all the way to 3 versions. So we've got Vancouver, Washington DC, and then we've got Xanadu. Okay, so you can either get or request any of these instance, your own personal instance for yourself. So what we can see over here, there is what request instance. Let's refresh. Sometimes it might take a while for your instance to build. When we click on the start building, it will take us directly to our own PDI. And for this case, we can see the beautiful user interface of ServiceNow Xanadu. Very beautiful. But before we go over, let me just start off with the URL of your instance. So each and every instance is identified by a unique number. So for this case, we can see that our instance is dev285469. So this is our instance number, which is uniquely belong to this one. So what you might see on your page will be different to mine. So that is the URL. So you can log in by this or copy this somewhere. That will be how you get into your PDI. Another way to do that is if your developer portal is already logged in. Sometimes if you haven't been using your PDI will go into a sleep mode, and in order for you to wake it, you'll have to come in here, sign in, and also once you press start building, it will again bring you into your own PDI. Now for login details, we will find this information over here at the developer portal. So when we look at this profile icon, BS, which is our initials, click on that, and then we will go to manage instance password. So once we click on that, it will be able to show us our login credentials for our instance. So like I did say, this is our instance name, and it will give us the URL to our instance, and will also give us an admin and a password, which we will be able to log in into our instance. What we can also do is to email yourself a copy of your login details, and in case you also want to reset your instant password, you can do that with this link they've provided. So here we are. This is how we can change the user role, also remove demo data, but we will leave this for another tutorial. So now back into our instance, we will quickly go over the ServiceNow platform. So starting from the top, this is our banner frame. This is our banner frame, and we can see our logo or banner. So usually if it's a real life instance, or the instance that your company will have, we can customize it. I customize this, and I'm going to show you how you can customize or brand your own PDIs. That is banner or logo if you want. Usually it is ServiceNow banner over here, but for this tutorial I've changed that, and I will show you as we go into details. Our banner frame, it has links to the application navigator, our favorites, history, workspaces, admin workspaces. It also tells us where we are at the moment. So if we are in a different page, it will display where we are, or also depending on whatever thing that is here on our landing page, because it could be a dashboard, for instance, an incident dashboard, or a particular dashboard which is tailored to your team. If you're a part of the service desk reporting team, this will be tailored to suit your team. When we look over here, this is our global search, and for here we can search for ticket numbers, knowledge articles, etc, task, and whatsoever. So let's just have a quick search. I'll just copy this number here, this incident number, copy it, and then we go back to our landing page. This is just to test the search. So when we click on search, you can click on view results, and it will begin to search for results or any related task, or let's say iTask, or different task which is associated to this particular incident or ticket number that we put into the global search. So we can see it's given us an exact match, and also task match. It's giving us an exact match. So once we click on that, it will take us right into our record. So that is one of the uses of the global search that we have here. Next on that is our application or scope selector. And what this does is, previously I did mention that ServiceNow has so many applications and it's quite a lot. And usually as a developer or as an admin, what we tend to do, or what we have to do, best practice, is make sure that we are in the correct scope if we want to do like configurations within that particular scope. So a scope is more of like a container. So we've got the app ITSM, for instance. We know we have the ITSM scope. We have change scope. Yeah, we have change management scope as well in there. So in case we want to, let's say, configure the change process, what we have to do is we have to make sure we're in the right application scope before we perform this configurations. So yes, we can select the application, right? A lot of them, a lot of applications. So that is the purpose of that scope selector or application selector. Sidebar, if we're working on something, incident for instance, and we want to discuss it, we can use this medium to have like live updates or live discussions about this, about the incident. And then show help. So this is help. If you're in a particular page and you're looking for help, this is usually tailored to the page that you're on. Let me go back to that particular record. And now we can see that it quickly changed to give us quick about the incident form. So it said create an incident record to document a deviation from an expected standard of operation. Click on the form, fill in the fields, click submit, and it's even giving us related topics. So this help button is usually contextual help, or usually targeted to whichever page that we are on. It will give us information about the page that we're on. If we need help, it will give us that sort of help, which is quite good, right? Yep. So let's go back. So that is what this is for. Now the next one is notifications. So if we are part of a particular group or assignment group or whichever group that we're in, usually there is a tailored notifications that we might get. For instance, a change has moved from a different state to another state, we might get a notification, or an incident has been reassigned to a particular assignment group, we will get a notification to that. We can tailor this notification to our own sort of choices. Whatever sort of notification that we want to get, we will customize it over here. And this is, as we can see, is just a toggle on or off or true or false options, so which is quite easy. The next one is the user profile or avatar. So this is definitely the system administrator. That is not me. This is a demo. So you as an administrator, that is you. And we can see profile. So if it's a different person, it will take us through the profile. But bear in mind, this will be based off on the role that you have in your organization. So it wouldn't be exactly as what you see, or you wouldn't have a lot of permissions as what you see here. Preferences, we can change themes. I usually prefer the dark theme because I think it's so cool and also good for my eyes. So yeah, I usually am on the dark theme, but you can build yourself different sort of themes if you like to match, to brand the PDI. So as a system administrator, you will be, tasked to brand your company's instance So bear in mind, there might be different sort of instances: production instance, developer instance, and also test instance. So prod and non-prod environments or instances. So you can brand them according to your company's brand. Yes, so yeah, that's what we get from preferences, and there are other options or settings that we can choose from. So we can show date and time formats and forms. We can different options that we can enable to suit our taste or our needs. Depending on the role, again, you might not see this impersonate user. As a service desk person or as a service desk analyst, I would want to see this to sort of recreate incidents or issues that end users are having. So in order for me to do this, I have to impersonate this person. So that is the purpose of the impersonate. You have to sort of recreate what the user are experiencing. So that is one advantage of having the impersonator role. Elevate role, we can see the security admin, and as it says, grant modification access to high security settings, allow user to modify the access control list. So ACLs, which are permissions that allow us to have access to certain applications, modules, data, etc. You know what I mean? So someone will be able to either see a certain column of a table, and you also might be able to see different column or fields of a table depending on the role that we have or the ACLs. So yeah, that is the purpose of the elevate role. So yes, you might not see this. And then you have your logout. That is the banner. Now the next thing we're going to go through or we're going to check out is our application navigator. So when we click on all, we see different applications, and it's quite a lot, right? This is the application navigator, which gives us access to applications and modules. System definition, this is the application, and under system definitions we've got modules. So application menu is a module, menu categories is a module, dictionary, tables, choice list, language file, tables and columns, search groups, database view, text index groups. So these are all termed as modules. All right, so that is the application navigator. Again, depending on the role that you have within ServiceNow, you wouldn't be able to see all of these applications. Content frame. So this is where list is displayed. This is where all the contents are basically displayed. So when we go and search for incident, go to all incident. So we can see it's giving us a list. So again, this is what I mean. Everything here, it's the content frame. So that will be the overview of ServiceNow. We're going to go into much details within the course that I'm going to provide. If this is your first time you're on this channel, please subscribe and turn on your notifications so anytime I upload a video, you will get them. This a quick overview about the instance, about the ServiceNow instance or the platform. And now I did promise that if you want help and support or also join in the community from your developer portal, you can join the community. We've got links over there. Are there events? So you meet developers at an event near you. Share and explore projects. So people do share their own project. Blog, read about the latest update from the developer program. Connect overview. Can connect as well, upcoming and ongoing. And now this is what I want to bring your attention to, the community. This is the community, the ServiceNow community. People post common issues and people also resolve these issues. So if you're ever having any issues, if you go there and search for that issue, it will give you solution that will help you to troubleshoot ServiceNow common issues. Also, what's new in the community, we can see there is an announcement, Devis 2025, ServiceNow third annual Devis App of the Year. So you can see the blogs, and we have to get ourselves, active in this community. I mean, that is a tip from me to you, that get yourself active. If you are starting out as on your ServiceNow journey, I recommend going through Rise Up with ServiceNow, and we can see different blocks and events going on within this ecosystem. And some of these blogs are really good. You can see Ellie in career. You can see Rise Up with ServiceNow, how Deborah Hill rediscovered a passion for technology. So these are usually like blogs from people with zero experience who have been able to transition into the ServiceNow ecosystem. Read some of these and get inspired by, beautiful stories from different people. So yeah, you can see how Kevin Chappell found a rewarding ServiceNow career. So yes, guys, keep saying, I believe in one thing, that learning, it's non-stopping. The only time that we stop learning is when we are dead and gone. And that is a fact. So if you want to transition into a different career or transition into ServiceNow, then yes, get your hands dirty. What I mean by get your hands on the PDI, which we've done, and practice and kind of have a feel of it. Go and explore the PDI. And also don't forget the upcoming CSA course that we will be guiding you guys through, and in the end goal is for you guys to achieve your first CSA certification. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.